Hello and welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. This reading is about the journey ahead, so hopefully should resonate with any situation you might find yourself in. As always, we do have our 3 piles here with group 1 on the left, 2 in the middle and 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using for this reading. Although I'm not doing private sessions at the moment, I will announce when I'm opening back up for that, likely around February. There's a link to my Facebook page in the description box below, where I also post oracle cards almost every day for extra guidance if you're interested in that. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading if you chose this sweet little rose quartz angel. And this one is for you. So pulling these cards, group 1, I'm so excited. Just so excited to read this for you guys. And then I hit record on 11:11 my time. So yes, I can feel it. I don't even know where to start. It's all so exciting, group 1. This is such a powerful reading, and it looks like underlying energy right here. Ace of Wands. I see underneath that the Page of Pentacles. You may have a lot of intuitive ideas and inspiration and passion and excitement and motivation and plans and ideas and just visions coming in at the moment. It's just cooking, and no wonder you guys chose the one with the angel. It's like I just feel there's such strong guardian angel guidance around you at the moment. You're plugging in, you're listening, you're hearing it, and you're ready. Oh, I can feel it. Oh my God. My face. I just want to smile so hard, and I feel like, oh wow, the sensations are, it's really worth getting excited about. I feel like it's happening, you're there, you're in this place. Certainly there's some challenges, but I think the excitement and remembering your power is starting to overtake that, or will soon, because I'm really, that wave of excitement just then, it's just going to get better and better. So let's start with the past energy. I have got I'll let you know first the signs I can see here. We've got Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. You could say Leo, Sagittarius and Aries with the Queen of Wands is here. We've got Cancer and a bit of Pisces energy as well. So maybe someone you're dealing with, maybe not, that's okay. So starting with the past energy, we've got this Hermit, the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. So this is a multiple storylines here. For some people, this is a bit of a relationship reading, in that you've taken a bit of time out from your responsibilities or your relationships at this time just to check in with yourself and take a break. It does, for a lot of people connecting at the time of this reading, it is that time of year, the beginning of the year, where we're sort of a lot of people are not quite ready to get back into it yet, and sort of just still taking that time out to reflect on the previous year and some of the goals we want to make. Maybe we're already starting our resolutions if that's what you're about at a New Year's time. For other people, I feel like you may have been through a big separation or an ending fairly recently here, and you're just taking time out to heal from that. Maybe a marriage. Literally, we've got 2 marriage cards here, 2 very strong commitment cards here. So you may be leaving behind a relationship or a marriage or something that had a lot of promise and potential for your future, but it's time to take time for yourself. Maybe it's not the complete ending. Everyone will resonate a little differently, but it does feel like it's something big maybe has changed or ended in your world, and it's certainly time for a new chapter, and you're preparing for that perhaps. I feel like there's a lot of open dialogue in the recent past here with Spirit about your journey ahead, your mission, what you're here for, purpose and passion, what you really want to do in this life, the difference you want to make and how you want to connect with people, the types of relationships you want to have, the teachings you want to deliver to people to bring them into their own happiness. I see a lot of people in this group are healers and guides and people that work with other people, maybe in spiritual, maybe doing readings just like this, or perhaps I've felt sound baths and sound music, musicians, there's so much passion in group 1. I'm feeling just people that you've got hobbies, and if you haven't, you've had them, and there's something you want to express. If some people connecting to this don't have that outlet, it's certainly something you've either had in the past or you definitely desire that passionate outlet. and maybe it's through connectedness with friends and groups of people as well. But group 1, you have so much to offer, and it's exciting times ahead, but right now it's preparation time perhaps. The Hermit is asking this is the past energy, so I think you're probably coming out of this soon, or maybe already coming out of this Hermit period of reflection and really looking at everything you've learned in the last cycle. The Hierophant can often be about some of that higher wisdom that you've gained and then applying it to life. It's teachers and leadership roles. This looks like somebody who works at a herbal dispensary, which is, I feel like this is like natural medicine. For some people, you've graduated as well, graduated just over the last year at your studies and ready to then step into the world with those teachings that you've learned, or step into roles of teaching yourself. Is that what I just said anyway? So let's move into the now and forward energy, the path ahead. We've got this beautiful Page of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. I love this. This is so beautiful. So the Page of Swords, for some people in a relationship ending, there could still be a bit of discussion back and forwards between you and that person as you discuss the path ahead with the connection, or end it completely. They could be watching over you or you watching over them, maybe readings as well, like just checking how they're going. Some people like to check on that. So I do see that timeline there for relationships, but I do strongly feel like this group, although it does feel like there's some relationship stuff in the background, this group, what we're talking about here today, is more about you and your path ahead and what you're doing. And this is it. Like, these are all these exciting ideas that are just bursting at the seams, and you've got so much I feel like there's a lot of inspiration coming in, or has been, and you're like, you want to put it somewhere, you want to connect with people perhaps and bring it into your community and share. If it's not about sharing with groups of people, potentially it's about just finding the joy in your own path and getting that motivation to live joy now in this moment and find the joy in the little things, like leaving behind. I think you're doing things a little differently at the moment, like there's some sort of leveling up and some sort of peacefulness, some sort of, maybe you've let go of trying to force something or make something happen in a way that you've certainly learned a lesson. I think in the recent past you've come through a pretty big lesson, I would say, and you're ready to really test those muscles and step into your life in a very authentic way that just it's your truth, and there's no need to hide from it anymore. Or if that applies, there's no need to hide from your truth. You can speak it. I just get like a lot of excitement and ready to go forward. Maybe you've got lots of different ideas though, and so we'll get to that in a minute. That is here quite strongly. But in the path ahead, I see a lot more connection with community here. Four of Wands, Nine of Cups, maybe some wish fulfillment in a role within your community space. The Four of Wands can also be about, like I said before, enjoying this small things in life and just not looking to get to some outcome, but rather enjoying the journey as you go. And knowing that there's so much here in this moment if you're just present to it, rather than trying to achieve. And if I like, even just driving in the car to where you've got to go, a wonderful mindful practice is to just stop thinking about where you've got to go, what time you've got to get there, what happened in the morning, where you left, or wherever you've come from, where you're going. All of that stuff, just letting that go and holding the steering wheel, or if you're the passenger, hold the seatbelt, just feel it in your hands. Start to see the trees or the buildings or the people, and listen to the engine rev, maybe the radio crackling through, maybe the wind, whatever it is. Just bring yourself into this moment and start being present of just here and now. It's just a little practice and to strengthen that ability to be here now, because I do feel like that's what you're needing. You're very excited and lots of high energy. Lots of intuitive energy at the moment, but it'd be nice to really ground some of this stuff and just be present with the journey and just enjoy the ride. Four of Wands, There may be an event coming up as well for some people here, like coming together with people as well. So we'll leave that there. I think there's just a lot of excitement, a lot of curiosity, a lot of learning. Maybe you're actually looking to step into further studies. I can see that here for some people as well. I do feel like some people are looking to, if this is you and you've been thinking about this and you're just waiting for maybe a sign, is it right for me, should I do this? And it's like bringing women together or bringing groups of people together for support or for therapy or for whatever it may be, for connection, and it looks to me like that'll be a successful adventure, or anything along those lines that you can, fit that into your narrative, where there's something that you're learning about in regards to connection and in regards to your own spiritual learnings and growth, and sort of bringing it to the now. Let's move into the challenges. We've got a lot of page energy and knights, so we've got a lot of youthful energy, and I think it's reflective of your past self, and also a little bit of maybe something you're moving through. I think it's like a personal initiation or something like this. So we've got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. I think it came reversed. It flipped that way, and we'll take it. So this is the challenge energy, and I feel like some of this stuff is from the past, and so some of the mistakes or trial and errors, or whatever you want to call it, that you've done in the past, in maybe getting something off the ground, or maybe finally breaking through a certain challenge and completing it and leaving that lesson behind, or whatever it might have been. The challenge, I think, for you here is to, just as I was saying before, I think be present with the journey and ground yourself here, because there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning energy here. There's a lot of dreamy ideas, there's a lot of passion, there's excitement, but there's something about it is not as stable and consistent as you probably need to be to achieve what you want to achieve. And I think you're aware of that anyway. There's lots of dreams and ideas, but we're needing to ground it and have a solid plan, and perhaps make more space for this as well by not diluting your energy into multiple places and being everything for everyone. I think you need to just, at this time, hermits, I think you already know this. I'm probably telling you what you already know here, at least just confirming for you that any time you've taken out, or any space you've taken, or anywhere that you've stepped back in your life at this time is the right thing to do, and you shouldn't feel guilty for that, or, you shouldn't, I don't like the word shouldn't, but, try not to feel obligated or anything like that. There's a mask coming off when it comes to you, I feel, and it's like you're really stepping into your truth, your authenticity, how you want to show up, who you want to be. I feel lifestyle changes coming in. I feel like, that glow up energy, where maybe it's hitting the exercise, just feeling like you want to honor yourself, you want to come out new and fresh, and you want to ground your ideas. And I think those strengths in routine, like exercise and having these things we attend to every day and we show up for ourselves, really do help channel that creative energy as well, and open up that space, because we're so present and we're not, it's through the emptiness and stillness of the mind that can be invited in, I feel. But so there may be a lot of scattered energy here, and some of these, I kind of feel like some challenges in the past as well maybe come to the front, as in cause self-doubt or something, like maybe something you tried before, it didn't quite work out, so you're like, I'm not sure if I can do that, but you absolutely can, and it's about learning as you go here. And I think that with a solid plan and less scattered energy, you'll certainly achieve what you're set out to achieve, and also without projecting too far to the outcome, but just enjoying that journey as it unfolds. Be one with that flower. That's all the imagery I'm getting. It's not like, projecting your expectation onto it, because I think that it will be more magical and beautiful if you just organically grow with whatever it is you're doing here. So in what will help with the challenge, we've got the beautiful star energy, the King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. It does really speak to what we've talked about here a lot already. I love this star. It's so beautiful, the star energy. It's hope and healing and renewal and excitement, and seeing such beautiful positive cards about stepping into authenticity, stepping into passion. It's so beautiful to see that here. And then with this beautiful grounded and logical King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, it's time to change things up a little bit. Perhaps it's time to follow your pursuit of happiness. There is a juggling happening here, maybe a decision that needs to be made, maybe a cut that needs to be made, so that you can just truly liberate, truly lift up out of it. If you're leaving something behind, I do feel that for a lot of people. Maybe it's an old job or a relationship, who knows here. But I think that you're needing to, although that's what I'm saying here. Although there's a lot of dreams and ideas, there's a need for grounding as well, and tending to yourself, and like having having a nice balance in your day, in what you do, and tending to whatever it is you do, but also yourself. What do I want to say about that? I think you need to have, maybe you start writing some things down, your plans, like if you've got a big goal, big dreams, break it down into steps and get a plan going here. And I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, I was thinking it was self-care. I just split the deck and I see this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. And then the King of Pentacles as well. Yeah, this is a beautiful balance of your feminine and masculine energies. I think it's also very much about self-care and tending to all the responsibilities, but also shutting off and giving yourself that space and that break from being all for everyone and diluting any energy. I'm getting as well, because she's cooking here, it's a healthy eating and cooking, less eating out if that's a thing for you, and cooking beautiful meals at home, just tending to yourself in your everyday life and bringing that magic into that mundane act of cooking. I think it's a lot of that can be done through just perception as you're cutting up those veggies or something, just thinking about maybe it's a root vegetable, maybe you need more groundedness, more root connection, so root vegetable, and just that knowing that intention as you're cooking it and knowing that it's going to nourish you can add so much beauty and power to what you're making. Stirring clockwise with what you want to add or whatever, make it up as you go, it's your magic. So further guidance here. I like this, there's a lot of like joy in the mundane energy that I'm getting from this. It's beautiful. Although you have big dreams in the outside world, I can see that here. There's so much beauty in these small little moments. It's all there, it's all in the now. I think you're just being asked to be present. So I love this further guidance energy with the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands reversed, and the Moon. How is that? This is further guidance for you. See how the Queen of Wands she's protecting a friend from burning herself. And in the next card, it's reversed, but she's been bitten by these lizards as she's let them crawl over her. So I think this, to me, it feels like learning from your past, not repeating old lessons, not entering into old cycles and illusions and fantasies and things that just aren't grounded and real. You know better now is what I get from this. And so moving forward with the King of Swords, everything here, it's like it's the worst. I kind of want to say the worst is over, if that makes sense. It feels like there's something behind you that you're going to learn from, you're going to graduate, you have, and it's now about the way you walk from here, having used that knowledge and that wisdom that you've gained from the experiences of the past. I think this also does talk about, the things that haven't really worked out. Like we've discussed that a few times here, and it's like you're protecting yourself. It's like you know so much more now that you can really speak to that. Maybe it's the wounded child inside, or that that ego, that voice inside you that's a little bit scared. And I think that you have a lot more wisdom and experience and really great affirmations, and I feel like you've been doing enough to be there for yourself. Like you've grown enough. You are the Queen of Wands here. Embody that energy. Know that you are the Queen of Wands, and you have you're not repeating old patterns anymore. At least you're very well aware of them and have what it takes to not repeat old patterns, is what I want to say about that. With this beautiful moon energy here, I think as well it's about not going back to small offers or things that, if this is relationship, like things that are inconsistent and hot and cold and full of dreams and ideas and potential, but not actually grounded with action. There's so many wands on this table. There's a lot of wands here. There's a lot of fire, there's a lot of water as well. There's a lot of cups. In fact, it's other than the King of Swords and the Page of Swords, it's all water and wands. So lots of emotion, lots of feeling, lots of intuition, lots of passion. And that Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So with the Page of Pentacles underneath it at this point, it's really asking all these passionate ideas to ground them into the mundane in your life, ground them into the everyday actions, the doing the dishes, the hanging the laundry, the cleaning the home space with reverence and love, to fill that space, like gratitude and just, all of the things. Group 1, Ground these wonderful ideas or this high velocity energy or passion you might be experiencing. Maybe it's a little overwhelming as well for some people, and that's why grounding yourself in the simple of life can really help move through that overwhelm and channel it through into the physical. So in the outcome energy, we have the Eight of Wands, beautiful Death, and the Four of Swords. With this combination here is a massively powerful transformation. This is really, really transformative. Oh, poor card. These have really copped it. This is such powerful transformative energy, and I think that it does call for you to really balance out your need to be everything for everyone or all the working and the things that you do, to balance that out with self-care, rest, withdrawal and release, and knowing when it's time to slow down, trusting your own cycles and inner rhythms. That Queen of Pentacles I saw when I split the deck before is often about trusting in the cycles and where you're at, your personal winter or your personal spring or your personal autumn, wherever you may find yourself. And I do feel like it's coming out of a winter here for some of you. Like I feel like it's time to blossom. It's time to stretch those wings a bit. We have got that Four of Swords on the bottom though, so it is asking for a deep reflection of even with this, the Hermit and everything as well, there's so much reflection about the past 12 months, maybe even more than that, but how you want to step into this year and what you want to achieve, how you want to see, what changes you want to see, what you just don't want to bring forward anymore. And then investing your energy into what you do want to create. And I feel like I felt this earlier in the reading, like just no longer engaging in what doesn't belong. Like it's full steam ahead, it feels like, for group one here. So let's go into the Oracle cards. We've got the Huntress, Quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. And this is about not being distracted. Sagittarius energy here, I would say, just because of the bow. But I think this is about trusting the path ahead, not being distracted by anyone else's path or what anyone else is doing, but just moving forward with your own journey and living life full of passion, reverence and devotion. We have, when I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. And that's so much of what I was saying here before as well, about I can see you are moving forward to achieve great things, and it's sometimes a little hard to let go of those outcomes and just be present in the journey of the creation, of the unfolding. But that's again why the mundane is so beautiful and so important. And then my super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love and the joy I put out, which is the same thing here. It's about just having joy now in this moment, feeling that sunshine come down, putting your feet on the grass and truly letting that sunshine come through your body, hand to heart, right? Whatever it is that connects you into little moments of joy. Feel it, be here. And the self-love prompts to carry you through the week, we have solar plexus. It does say out of balance, but Spirit knows I don't read this deck that way, and I want to talk about this being your personal power and your creation, and it's a place you're coming from. We also have beautiful glow up energy, so you can see that here. Maybe it's you're looking to do a bit of healthy eating, a bit of exercise to feel better inside your skin, inside your body, to feel like there's so many benefits to regular exercise. I can't promote it enough. It's just but this is also, cosmetic as well. Maybe you want to go get your hair done. Maybe you want to, whatever it is that makes you feel beautiful, that makes you feel glowing. But when I see glowing, I think of from the inside out. And so, look after your bellies, look after your mind. And that's interesting actually, because we've got positive affirmation on the bottom of the deck for this reading. Using positive affirmations can change your life. So it's not just an external glow up, it's an internal one, especially when we see the solar plexus here. It's a powerful choice coming from your creation center, your personal power. We have set relationship goals, recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life. Now I do feel like this is not, for a lot of people actually in this group, it's not so much about romantic relationships, but about friendships and community and maybe even family connections as well, and the ways you want to show up and the ways that you don't, and just being authentic and being truthful, being okay with that. And then we have the small things. Sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful. I think we've had that message here quite strongly. And then the last cards here is try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. Don't forget to fulfill your needs by helping others. We've seen that need for balance here. You've got high energy of the Eight of Wands. You're bringing it in. You're feeling powerful. Things are moving forward. You're communicating. It's happening. You're really active in this transformation. You're really making it happen. But the Four of Swords is here as well, which does ask for rest, withdrawal, reflection, contemplation, maybe even exhaustion and illness or mental strain as well. So knowing that you have the power to create that change with the Eight of Wands and the Death card, you are transforming maybe your ways of thinking or the things that you feed your energy to, withdrawing that and letting there be a space that opens up, even if that space is uncomfortable when you withdraw from certain things that have taken your energy. But to enter into that willingly and look after yourself, not resist the changes that come. Don't delay the inevitable. Might be something there for you. And you miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes. Let it all go. I feel like that's all wrapped up in the outcome here, where you might be releasing something that has maybe in the past or maybe still pulling a fair bit of your energy, your attention, and it's certainly, I feel like whatever that is, it's either already gone, on the way out, or going, but once it does, there's going to be like a full steam ahead and so much change, so much transformation, and a lot more flow. You'll know the blessings will befall you. I can see it, like it's like whoosh, this finally this block gives way and whoosh, gushes through, whatever it is. So yeah, be gentle with yourself and be messy sometimes. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to get angry. It's okay. I don't know why I quoted that, but it's okay. Life is meant to be messy, and we learn from that. And that's, I think, what the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands is talking about here as well, and the Moon here, like some of those deeper fears or subconscious patternings and beliefs or judgments and things that just don't serve anymore. I feel like there's an illumination happening in regards to maybe some of your own character here, and how that doesn't serve, getting caught up in that energy or those things. So don't forget to fulfill your needs while helping others. A new career path will be highly successful. Trust the magic of newness, and definitely saw that here for some people, change the big ending and moving into something new. But it doesn't have to be just career. I think any new path right now will be truly successful, and you just need to trust the magic of it, and maybe even trust the openness and that void, the emptiness sometimes that opens up before a new chapter begins. Sometimes that space can be really scary, and we want to run to what we know or what's comfortable rather than willingly enter the unknown. You will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. That's how I'm going to end this reading, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. Actually, bottom of the deck is forgiveness sets you free. It keeps you from hanging on to what was never meant to be. That's the bottom deck there. And the healing must be completed before your life can transform. I'll take that as well. Okay, Group 3. Group 1. I don't know how much I said Group 3 in this reading. I'm sorry if I did, but you know who you are. Group 1. It's lovely to connect with you. It feels like such a powerful reading, a powerful time. Just stay grounded and enjoy the mundane. That's where it's at, I'm telling you. All right, Group 1. Take care. Bye. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this sweet little star, then this one should be for you. I think this is rhodonite. I'm not too sure because I kind of got a handful of little stars, and they weren't labelled or anything for what they were, but I'm pretty sure it's rhodonite. It feels like that raw vulnerability of rhodonite. I think rhodonite's, for me, it's a very personal favourite stone, because I feel like anyone that's had a personal experience with rhodonite I think you'll have your own experience with it. You can't not, and it's something I think that it feels so personal, almost like you don't ever want to share it. And what do I want to say? I think it's about self-acceptance and self-love, you know, in the more deeper ways. And I think it's also about body image acceptance and things like that, like knowing that you're beautiful just the way you are, and embracing all of your self, like everything, your flaws, your wounds, your hurts, your projections, your fears, all of them, and wrapped into this lovely bundle of you. Like it's all part of the experience. And I think that's a certain vulnerability that comes with rhodonite sometimes. And also, if you put it on bruises, you can Google this, but if you put it on bruises and hold it there, it will relieve those bruises really quickly. And there's a lot of proof of that online. It's pretty interesting. I think it's rhodonite, but if it's not, it's still a sweet little star. So group 2, let's jump into your reading. Okay. Feels I don't even know what word to describe this reading, but let's just say group 1 underlying energy was the Ace of Wands. Group 2 underlying energy is the Ace of Pentacles. There are some similarities in 1 and 2. Maybe you were drawn to both. It's okay if you weren't. Let's jump in. We can see Taurus is here, Libra is here. Capricorn is here as well. We have got Venus retrograde in Capricorn right now. Virgo, Libra, yeah, are the energies of this reading. Doesn't matter if your sign's not here or anything. It's okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag here, looks like. But let's start out with the Six of Swords, Hanged Man, Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like these are kind of separated but together at the same time. So this is the past energy. And I feel like this with the Six of Swords and the Hanged Man, I feel like you finally surrendered to something. You finally let something go. And it could be something that's been bothering you, or a lesson you've been trying to move through for a very long time for some people. For other people, I guess not so long. Everyone's on a different scenario and timeline here that's connecting. But it's something that you had no choice to let go of, I would say. Spirit has been guiding you towards the completion of this lesson and to level up and accept the journey, the outcome. Acceptance, forgiveness perhaps is needed or was needed here. Self-love, truly needed here. And to look at your own choices, I think, is what you've done here in the past as well. Look at how you've chosen certain scenarios, or you've said yes to things when maybe you felt like, and you've maybe felt a no, but there's value in that as well, and you've come to learn a lot of that. There's a great deal of learning and a deeper reverence for spirit and self as a result of this experience, even if it was painful and hard to move through. The Six of Swords is, as you can see, leaving behind this dark and barren wasteland and into the fairies, into the magic, into the calmer mental state, and not feeling like you're carrying all the heavy baggage of the past. It's like it's finally time to let it go and just step into feeling good, stepping into nurturing yourself and showing up for yourself in the ways that you wish to see your life unfold and who you wish to become, and bringing that into today and making those choices from that place, and trusting in yourself, trusting that you have got your own back, trusting that you can be authentic and speak your truth and say your no, or say your yes, or whatever it is you need to say. Actually, I'm getting here for some people, it's the lack of saying something. Maybe it's just the withdrawal completely. 444 on the time of recording when I saw that, when I said that. So I feel like as much as some of this maybe is out of your hands, or it's just time. That's what I'm getting from this. It's just time, or has been time. And so moving into the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles, it's time to do things right this time. It's time to really step up and look after yourself. I see pregnancy and motherhood and parenthood in this energy as well. There may be some shifts and changes in your family dynamic, or the ways you want to show up for your children. Maybe there's a deepening of connection with your children, or maybe there's a baby on the way in your family, or maybe not just you, it could be, within the family. Maybe this baby is your own you. Actually, I'm getting for a lot of you, this baby is you, I think, for some, and it's like yeah, it's really time to shine and bring yourself out, like come out and show up for yourself. And I don't know about so much show yourself to the world. I don't see Queen of Wands here. Although I know that energy is here where you've got a lot of ability and talent that you're starting to really come to discover, some beautiful hidden gems within your being, within your psyche, within your experiences, within the ways that you've healed from these experiences. That's where the gems are as well. And I feel like you're stepping into that, you're embodying your divine feminine energy is what I feel here, this beautiful Empress. Your qualities of nurturing and fertility, and not just pregnancy fertility as we spoke on, but the fertility of your creation in life and what you want to birth into this world. When I first started pulling cards, group 2, I was like, it felt a little bit serious, and as some of this might be a little bit serious, some things that are still releasing. What did I do? Yeah, I just knocked these cards towards myself, and I'm like, hang on a minute. Woo, the goosebumps that just come through my right side there. The end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. I just knocked that towards myself, along with, despite the frustration, you're on your way to making all your dreams come true. So I forgot what I was speaking about before that. It felt serious, that's right. Because when you're in it and you're channeling, you don't know what you're saying. And then when spirit knocks you to another thing, you're like, how do I put that together? Oh, yeah. Don't mind me. I just have a moment. Yes. It's so here. The Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, it's like you're finally releasing, you're finally letting this cycle go. It's no longer getting your attention, or it's just not. Despite the frustration, you've got to believe. So right now, you might be still in the ending of something. You might still be clearing something out. You might still be making those shifts and changes to embody your beautiful divine feminine essence in your life and in your own self-care routines. And this is about being reliable and steady and grounded and having one step at a time, not projecting too far forward, but just being here in this moment and accepting maybe that I think I'm getting a timing thing here as well, accepting that this is going to take time. And what you do with that time, though, is very important. The choices you make, the thoughts that you engage with, the things that you say, the things you talk to yourself about, the thoughts. I'm feeling like big time in the thoughts, actually. The little choices you make right now really have a massive detrimental effect on the way this unfolds, because there is a waiting, there is a timing thing here, and it's it's like typical cliche thing, I know, but when the little caterpillar guy goes into the chrysalis and dissolves, this is perhaps the dissolving, where you're becoming the goo and really going deep within. And I saw that in this card as well, this deep reflecting, really taking a look at yourself in the mirror here, looking at the mirror around you and your relationships and your connections around you as well, using that as a mirror for growth, using these tools that you have as you become this goo. I feel like this is a bit of a cocoon period, and you're aware of that, so you know it's going to take time before you really develop your wings. But if you sit there, I don't know if this is a great way to say it, but you know what I mean though. If you're sitting there with negative thoughts and being in victim mentalities, or stuck in addictions, or stuck in things that just stuck, rather than putting all of your energy into looking ahead and feeling good and just trusting the path ahead, and looking after yourself and really showing up for yourself here, being reliable for yourself, or your projects, or whatever it is that you're birthing, you're creating, you're tending to, maybe your children. I think, yeah, that it's these small choices in this cocoon period that really depend on how your wings will come out, I guess, how bright and beautiful they will be, how embodied you will become. And I think you are making those. I can see you are making those choices. Oh, wait, look! And I look at this. Oh man, I feel like I'm a little bit slow to the uptake today, and Spirit's working a little bit quicker than me to catch up. I can feel like it's going. I'm like, just slow down. Look at this. Spend more time on spiritual growth with the image of a butterfly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get here. And I knocked those cards. I wouldn't have seen that if I didn't knock these cards before because it was underneath. And so, yeah, it is a cocoon period. It's time to just take it slow. Be with this. Like, I'm still in the first section and we're 11 minutes in. This is the most important bit and it's going to take a while, but make it beautiful. Make it magical. Have fun with it. These lifestyle shifts and changes, these ways you treat yourself. I just want to grab this one now. I just looked over to it. Oh, and this one too. Oh, and this one. There's so many. And this one. Look at this. We've got level up. Start today. Just start. Own your power. You fix the external by changing the internal. Let go and move on. Don't allow the past to hold you back, right? We see that with the Six of Swords. It's all this owning, like you're coming into your power. You're accepting it. You're letting go, you're ready to level up, you're ready to move on. Exercise to me might very literally be showing up every day for a nice walk to clear your body, to feel move, like your heart is pumping that air around in the blood. I talk about that a bit. I love that feeling at the end of the day. If I've really had my heart racing that day, it feels good in your whole blood system. I feel it. So yeah, exercise, but this is also for me showing up in your routines and in these little changes, being devoted to the path ahead and to yourself, to your well-being. So let's move ahead because I could stay there forever. I love that energy so much. So we have now in the current energy moving ahead, Ten of Swords, the Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So having left this tough cycle behind, even though it may still be, the Ten of Swords is in the near future. So the ending may be yet to happen, or maybe it's like a slow release. It's like maybe you're slowly cutting different things out or different people out or whatever it is, right? The ending is there. But as soon as you engage with this ending and let that go and truly embrace the new journey ahead or whatever it is that needs to be released, victory, love, passion, support, miracles, blessings, healing, all of this beautiful energy here. The Six of Swords, that was at the start, sorry. Leaving behind this drab into the magic and then truly climbing to success, climbing to victory. There's a lot here, I think, for people that are healers and teachers and guides and mystics and I don't know if that covered a lot of what I want to say, but beautiful light beings, light beams, people that are shadow workers as well, that know how to really liberate and help others liberate. There's so much power in group 2. There's so much power in you. And I think that you are your own greatest lesson here with that. Your own journey of self-love has a lot to do with how you nurture and teach others as well. The choices you make. I do see for some people here as well, a new love offer coming in. There's potential for that for some people, because I do see a lot of people in this group have maybe left something behind in the past and have just been on this journey of sort of spending time with themselves, or have found relationships, or not really finding a person that resonates and or just, I don't know, red flags, or I don't want to linger too much on this topic because it doesn't feel very important at the moment, but I do feel like there's a lot of love offers coming in for those that are single anyway. For other people, this is different, kind of like love from the universe, blessings on your path. This is about feeling good and nourishing yourself and just being happy in the choices that you make, knowing that leaving something behind is actually going to mean your success. Like you're becoming very starkly aware of how much this thing has blocked you. Maybe it's yourself or a relationship, whatever it is. Maybe it's an addiction cycle of some kind, codependent connection, or it's, whatever that is ending, and so that you can truly lift up and invite in love, and invite in miracles, invite in the blessings. So in the challenge area, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Devil. So yeah, finding independence and finding gratitude and feeling good in life after letting go of something that was toxic, or letting go and truly clearing out something that has been unhealthy for you. Maybe it's literally sugars and bad eating, unhealthy diets, choices, or whatever it is. We all fall into these traps. I love a late night snack. My body doesn't need it though. Rest and digest is really important. So I don't need fuel. And looking at food like fuel can be really helpful as well. Like, is this actually fuel for my system? Or anyway, maybe you resonate with that. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a drug addiction. Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's cigarettes, whatever. It's okay. It's all good. You've got what it takes. It's a challenge. I think a lot of us have had addiction. Everyone's had an addiction challenge of some kind. But you've got what it takes to really lift yourself out of it, because you know that if you don't, it will suck the life out of you. I'm feeling here. You already know this, and it's just about being consistent and reliable to yourself and really making these strides forward, leaving this behind. Maybe you wanted closure on a situation that you just didn't receive, and that's okay. Give yourself closure. Choose yourself here. The Nine of Pentacles, maybe you're, for some people, afraid of being alone. Maybe you've had a breakup and you're really scared that you won't meet someone else, or that you, just afraid of being alone, and instant gratification or running to new connections and things you've learned is not maybe the right way for you, and that you need to maybe just invest in yourself for a while and then align with something more beautiful and healthy for you. Because if you are externally seeking that validation, that comfort, then it's not going to last. It's not going to have a solid foundation. And that's what's most important. So solid connections with yourself first, to then be reflected in the relationships around you. But I think the Nine of Pentacles as well is about self-sufficiency and finding abundance, like being grateful for everything around you. It doesn't have to be physical money abundance. It can be an abundance of friends that understand you, or an abundance of flowers in your garden, like whatever it is that makes you happy and grateful for the abundance. Maybe like you've got a lot of food to share. Maybe you're in a position where you can invite people over and share from your table. Maybe you're worried that you'll never be able to be in that position where you can do that. That could be it as well. And there's an attachment to material abundance here for some people. And what you're needing is not external. Maybe going shopping to comfort. That's what I'm getting all of a sudden. There's someone out there that might like to, retail therapy, that might not be very helpful. And what's needed is a more of an internal nurturing here with the, look at this. I'm getting more connection to the earth actually now, and healthy eating again. I don't know if I said that for group 1, but this is a veggie garden. Let that speak. And then we've got over the challenge is the ice cream. I reckon this has got to be my reading. I know it. All right, anyway. Try not to project on you here, group 2, but I do feel like I resonate with this myself. So we've got in what will help with the challenge, beautiful 3 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles. This is also blue. So I think, and we've also actually got throat chakra here too. So speak your truth. I think that'll help. I think affirmations and writing down your goals will help. I think I like to put something on my mirror or on my window to keep me accountable and where I'm at and what I want to achieve that week or that month. Keep it simple. Helps me show up. Helps remind me where it's at and what's most important. When that important truth comes maybe from someone else, or maybe it comes internally, right? And you know it and you feel it, like, oh, that's what I need to hear right now. Maybe write that down where you can put it and see it too, to remind you and keep you in check. But anyway, what will help? Engaging in beautiful, loving friendships, and not being distracted by emotional dramas and things that just don't that suck the air out of your spirit. I probably keep saying that because it's actually written here. Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. That was the first card to come out of that deck. We'll get to all of that in a moment. I think it's I'll go over to this now. Be careful who and what you surround yourself with. And we've got this smoky haze here. We do have the devil. So there may be people that have drug addictions that are impacting your life, and maybe you need to take space from them, or maybe it's about illusion and all smoke and mirrors and not very much truth, and lots of fantasy around a situation. So being careful about what you actually are giving your energy and your time to, because it will define your existence. Oh, and underneath that, be careful who you take advice from. Wow. Yeah, let that sink in. there's someone out there that you're connecting with or have connected with that you know you might need to break yourself free from and go your own way. Believe your own truth in a matter, even if you don't have an answer, even if it's elusive and uncertain. So what will help here is to show up at what you're doing. Whether this Eight of Pentacles is a beautiful card to represent this combination as well. It's devotion. It's just being present with what you're at. It's working hard, but enjoying it. It's not even working hard. It's just working consistently with a plan and a goal in mind, or even not, just a fair idea. Like, you know what's true, or what's right, or what you need. It's going to be a long reading. We're already at 21:21. I saw on the clock. So, just feeling it today, group 2. I came into the readings today just not really sure, no preconceived ideas, just feeling a little, I don't even know what. I don't even know how I felt, but it was something. But now I get it. There's so much to say. So this is also showing up at your work desk, your creation station, as I like to say, the place where you like to create or write. Maybe it's your music, maybe it's your studies, maybe it's your self-development. This is about not being distracted by other people's choices and other people's paths, but just staying true to you and showing up every day. This is a self-mastery card, or a card that masters. I know I say this and you've probably all heard it a million times from me, but I love this depiction because they're all wonky, they're a bit, unformed, they're amateur attempts, but she keeps showing up, she keeps trying, and they get more intricate as she goes. So, and then we also have that beautiful magician. So I think, again, I've said that before here, and I'm probably going to say it 2 more times yet. You need to trust the process, and you just need to keep showing up, because this is happening. This is happening. It's already happening. You know it's happening. It's far in the past. It's happening. Maybe there's still some of this to be cleared in the future, but I think you just need to trust the chrysalis process and trust the transformation. Trust it, because and keep showing up, and just trust that eventually you will get to where you want to be. But in saying that, I also want to bring your attention to now, being here now, and pulling where you want to be to the now as well, if that makes sense. Being present with it all. So yeah, I also see with the 3 of Cups, beautiful friendships, but also celebrating how far you've come. I think there's a need to acknowledge how far you've come, your ability to choose love, to choose yourself, to choose nourishing connections. And this is also co-creation with spirit, I'd often feel, with the 3 of Cups. And I can see that here too now, actually, with the 8 of Cups there, the magician. It's like, I think you're extremely intuitive, and I think you're extremely connected to source. And it doesn't mean you always listen to that guidance, and that's okay. You've got your own experience to have, and maybe lessons to repeat until you feel like you really know and you're really confident in your power and your choice. I feel like group 2, some people here learn the hard way, and I'm definitely one of those. But what will help is, I think, just not being distracted, stay focused, trust in spirit, trust the process. All right. Further guidance again. Like I said, I saw this look in the mirror energy and using the mirrors and the connections around you. There's a lot of great techniques in regards to using the mirror for personal growth. A favourite book of mine in regards to that is Polishing the Mirror by Ram Dass. I feel like I could talk on that for a very long time. We're already at 24 minutes. Oh goodness, I don't know how time is flying today. But this to me is letting yourself feel good again, and create and feeling connected, feeling compassion for self. This as well, I feel like, is about friendships and connections that are like-minded to you, that support your journey and help encourage you and motivate and inspire you to create even more wonder and beauty in this world. The 3 of Pentacles, this could be an actual friendship to engage in and co-create with somebody, and a collaboration maybe in the works for some of you here. But for other people, I feel like this is about having healthy choices and judgments on the people you wish to spend your time with. Again, be careful who you surround yourself with, and who you take advice from there. Taking advice from spirit, I think, as well. Like there's maybe some what do I want to say? I don't want to be offensive, but the words novice or underdeveloped is coming to mind. That may be someone else, and so maybe just I feel like this might be, for some people in this reading, there's someone with good intentions that maybe doesn't have the best advice. That's definitely not for everyone. It feels really specific, but just trusting that, you know, that's their journey. They've got good intentions, but you can go back to your own source for your answers and for your questions. So 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, it might be, definitely looks like a new opportunity for you to really create something here with maybe either another person or with Source, to bring some of your works out into the world and showcase them, to actually deliver your message, or to move into that healing modality that you want to deliver to people. I feel like there are a lot of healers in this group, so trusting that you are, I think your biggest ally is Spirit here when I see this combination. But it does also feel like there might be a beautiful spiritual friendship coming in for you, or even a new relationship perhaps. Where are we now? So yeah, outcome energy. This is that other message I said you'd probably hear again from me. And this is it, right? 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. So we've got this waiting card. This is you in the goo. I realised how that sounded. I hope you laughed. This is you in the goo. So this is wish fulfillment. We've got the 6 of Wands here. We've got the Ace of Cups. There's so much here about rising into your power and good times ahead. It's just about a matter of being consistent with the changes you're trying to bring into your life and showing up for yourself. 3 of Wands is that waiting energy. 10 of Pentacles is a long-term abundance. It's the legacy you wish to leave here. It's that bigger picture that you're aiming for without totally aiming for it. It's still the journey, but it means that the choices you make are with that outcome in mind, or, you know, you're not wasting time. I don't see diluted. Okay, that's probably the word you need to hear. I was going to say I don't see, maybe I did mean diluted. I don't know what I wanted to say. I think, diluted, to scattered energy, to spread yourself thin. I don't see that here, but I think diluted is a different word. Dilute and delude. Yeah. Anyway, I trust that's important. No more delusions, right? No more illusions, the smoke and mirrors. No more, you're seeing something for what it is, perhaps, and you're like, I accept that truth. I accept it. And I choose to feel good. I choose myself, or whatever it is here. But yeah, so 10 of Pentacles and the outcome, wish fulfillment. It's just a matter of seeing it through, of letting it come to you, perhaps after making the choices to align with that outcome, and just inviting it in. It's very feminine. It's very, oh yes, you're just bringing it in through your own being and your way you show up. Yes, yes, yes. I get lots of yes. Okay. We've got the Priestess, embody. I'm an embodiment of the divine feminine. And I just think that this star kind of matches. It's really sweet in colour. I have feeling good will bring me far more than what I ever thought I needed. Again, feminine embodiment. I think I talk on that a fair bit, and it's feeling good in the little moments, and it's connecting to that joy and just aligning through how you feel on the inside. And sometimes that takes a little bit of work to really be able to get into those grooves and feel that Shakti energy and feel that essence, that power, that passion. Sometimes it just means showing up every single day until it becomes a part of your world. For a lot of you though, I feel like it's there for you. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. Again, this is all embodiment. This is all about receptivity. This is very feminine. Empress is here as well. Yes. The choice, it brings me back to what I was saying before about the choices. I was getting a bit firm or something. Like, the choices you make have everything to do with the outcome. And so releasing that outcome and just being here now with these conscious choices is all you need to worry about. Feeling good and making healthy choices, and having mindful moments as well. What do I want to say about that? I feel like I need to start elaborating a little bit more on what I talk about here, because not everybody is maybe totally understanding. I know a lot of you are, but I feel like some people maybe hear mindful moment, and then what does that mean? What does that look like? And I feel like we need to talk about that a bit more as we move ahead with these readings. And mindful moments can be a healthy morning routine that you make sure you show up for every single day. Instead of jumping on the phone, you're going to be mindful about your presence and how you're going to step into your day and how you're going to prepare yourself, even if that seems counterintuitive because you're wasting your time, or like spending time on something that doesn't seem to bring you some physical whatever. You got to trust that there's an energetic alignment that you're tuning into. So anyway, it's already been 30 minutes, so I won't stay there too long. But in the near future, I hope to elaborate a little bit more in these readings. And I'd like to maybe hear from you down below if that's something you really would like more of. But anyway, where are we here? So we're waiting for this beautiful prosperity. We've got that. Right. I'm all over the shop and I'm pretty happy. Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. Be careful with who you surround yourself with. You know who this is already. Devil is there, and the five of swords. It's a losing battle, whatever that is. So don't even bother. That's what I want to say. Spend more time on spiritual growth. You will have financial security in the future. That abundance that you attract and align with is very much about knowing how great and abundant you are now. If you feel the lack, you will attract and see the lack. It's so simple in that law of attraction type thing. But feeling abundant is for me, it's gratitude in the home. It's having a clean floor and then feeling my feet walk across that clean floor. For some reason, that does it for me. Explore the possibilities within yourself. I'm feeling here as well, your own potential here, and actually stepping into a brand new chapter. We have solar plexus, that was for group 1 as well. So this is your power center and your ability to make choices for yourself and believe in yourself and have confidence and courage. And I think it's very in alignment with the Empress and the 6 of Wands here. Very, like you are your authority, you are your power. Crystal healing, using crystals to raise the vibration. I want to bring it back to rhodonite for a lot of you, and the selenite on my altar is actually standing out right now too, but you know what crystals will work for you, and if you don't, you'll intuitively find them. Living your dream, never give up on your dreams, dare to live the adventure. For some people, I'm thinking that there's something you weren't so sure you could do, an adventure you could have, but yes you can, and that's your answer there. If there's something I'm not so sure if I can do that, yes you can. You know what that is. For some, it's a challenge, which is interesting because the next is the 30-day challenge. And these can be of any kind, whether it's health and fitness, self-love challenges are beautiful. It doesn't have to be 30 days. Maybe it's a 7-day challenge. Maybe it's a 21-day challenge. It doesn't matter. But I think the wonderful thing about these challenges is each day will have a new prompt, and some of these prompts you've probably never done before. And even if they feel a little bit weird, especially if they feel a little bit weird, give them a go. You never know. It's a new way of connecting with yourself, and the deeper you connect with yourself, the deeper you will connect with life and everyone else in it. So give it a go. Meet yourself in this place. Challenge yourself here. Start a side hustle. For some people, I think it's getting your work out there, believing in yourself. 8 of Pentacles, the Magician is here, believing in your creations. I think a lot of people here are counselors and healers as well. So I'm not sure what the connection here is. Maybe what do I want to say? Yeah, taking clients, like actually believing in yourself to take that step if that's where you're at. Magician shows me that you've got the resources, and you need to remember that. You need to believe that you've got spirit on your team. It looks like a lot of you have a really good community as well, or at least a couple of good friends. You remember that you've got that, what it takes here. And then the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is that prosperous new beginning for you. It's happening. And then the throat chakra. Speak it. Speak it. Positive affirmations. Speak it into existence. The things you want to see. Say no where you need to. Believe in your no. Truly. Speak up when you need to. But okay, group 2. I'm going to leave it there. I've been banging on for 35 minutes. I'm sorry. I didn't try not to make it that long, but it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed it, if you're still here with me at this point in the reading. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 2. Hey, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the pink opal heart, then this one is for you. So the pink opal is all about self-compassion, self-acceptance, and being authentic without worrying what other people think, without worrying about other people's expectations, but just truly honouring your needs at this time. Actually, kind of, I don't know, it feels connected to this card as well, the way she sort of holds her heart there and the pink, and I don't know, it just sort of stands out. It says, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. I do believe I'm worthy of feeling good. And we have the approach of a new moon on this card as well. So approaching a fresh new cycle, I would say, for Group 3. Group 3 feels like a bit tender at this time, but let's move on into the reading. So I can see Virgo's energy here, Libra, Scorpio, Gemini is here as well, Capricorn is here, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, all here as well. Maybe you, maybe someone you're dealing with. It's okay if it's not. So yeah, let's jump in with the reading. With the past energy, we've got the 5 of Cups and Judgment. We also have Death in the reverse. So this might be the energy you're finding yourself in at this time. And it looks like it might be a painful release, potentially. And something that you may be really resistant to release. It may be something that's been ongoing for a while, and you've been really asking Spirit and asking your guides to show you the way, to show you how to handle this situation, to give you the strength to move forward or move on or let it go. There's been a lot of realizations about this situation. I want to say connection. This might be about a relationship. It does strongly feel that way, but it might not. So we'll stay open as we can, but it does feel like a disappointment in relationship, or just feeling like, I think some of the things that you've come to realize are that if you, almost not even sure what to say. I know what I feel, I know, but it's so, I feel like I might be connecting to your confusion maybe, because it doesn't feel like mine. It's like, you know what to do, but I feel like you're afraid of taking that last step, or you're afraid of actually saying it, or putting the nail in the coffin, or just stepping up, or stepping out. I think there's a bit of fear around the realizations and the change. That might be why Death is in the reverse, because there might be a resistance to ending something, or resistance to acknowledging, I don't want to say acknowledging, because I feel like you already have acknowledged the problem here, and there's a lot of grief and sadness surrounding that, and it's really making you realize that you have to create these changes. No one is going to do it for you, and that you really do need to choose your truth, and something that's, I think you need to choose yourself, is what I want to say here. I think group 3, and I feel like there's, in amongst this sadness though, it's helping you come back to home, come back to Spirit, and come back to your roots, or come back to maybe some of the rituals you used to do, or maybe it's something new that you're starting to sort of to strengthen your connection with Source, and to be there for yourself. I think this is a really hard choice to make, and you might be very emotionally attached to a certain situation. Bottom of the deck over here is, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. And underneath that, it says something from your past will resurface. It's okay to revisit. And then a card from a different deck that shouldn't be in there, but self-exploration. Peel the false persona off and get to know you and find your true self. That's not meant to be in that deck. But anyway, yeah, if something does surface from your past, resurface, I think this is something that's probably resurfaced a few times, and that might be why you're feeling so disappointed, because each time it hasn't it's not improved, it's not been better, it's like a repeated cycle, and you know you need to step up out of that. And that there's no, like, I'm hearing fruitless, there's no, you want abundance, you want growth, you want prosperity, and it's not in this situation, and even accepting that feels hard to truly let it go, maybe. To accept that it may be over, or that it was never going to be what you'd hoped, and you're coming to realize that truth now. So in the near future, or energy now moving ahead, we've got the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers is here. So there is a release with this Eight of Cups energy, and you're, I think, releasing your what was that? Something came through when the cards fell down on the table, but as always, so much has happened between now. I don't know why, but I get to group 3 and I go to ground myself, and either something distracts me or life happens, and but yeah, it may be reflective of you too, group 3, where you're just trying to move forward with something and trying to take the next step, and something gets in your way, or something pulls you back, or something distracts you, or it's hard to focus and truly commit to taking that next step. I had that last week too with starting the group 3 reading. So if you chose that pile last week and now this one, you may be experiencing that, because it's happened twice now. And yeah, so at this point moving forward, you're looking to invest your choices healthily and invest in yourself in a healthy way. And I think this is about committing to the path. And although you may feel like you're not too sure exactly what to do, maybe, or how to heal, or how to move forward, or what to focus your attention on without being drawn back to past mistakes, or like repeating old cycles. With the Page of Wands here, I do get that it's like time to really acknowledge the consequences of your actions. And if you don't want something in the way it's showing up, or you don't want the consequences that keep happening, you're going to have to release something and choose differently, and choose the Lovers card, which is about a choice that's in alignment with your highest self. So where it's at right now, there's a lot of sadness coming in from a realization, or from, you know, the truth is clear, and you're perceiving it, you know. You're seeing it for what it is what I want to say, in the recent past here, but there's still a resistance to maybe let it go, and that's why death is there. But in the near future, we are moving towards the Lovers, which is, look at the picture here, like it's one is for sale, and one is, well, they're both for sale, but one is to be released and one is coming in. But the where you're at now is a resistance to release, but that's not forever. And eventually you do get to this new chapter for yourself, where you're feeling confident and committed, and you know what choice to make. And even if you don't know the bigger picture, you at least know what small steps to make, or you know what steps to not make, is actually probably more of the point here I'm feeling with these two. The path ahead is more about what you're not choosing, what you're disengaging from. As long as you know that, it shouldn't be too hard to start to find a few healthy replacement choices, or distractions, or whatever it is you need. And sometimes distractions are healthy, and I think that you might need those in the path ahead right now, something to keep you busy. Maybe just like quickly tweak your routine and fill your day with a few things. So some of those moments where you're dwelling or feeling pulled back, like having something that you are consciously, proactively choosing instead, is going to help, because this is your choices here, and you're coming to realize that you I think that, well, when we see the Page of Wands, it is a young person, it's a curious person, and they maybe make a lot of mistakes on the path ahead, and they're okay with that too, because then they are a learner. They're absolutely all about the journey of learning. But I feel like you've got enough wisdom now to graduate past this energy, and we do come to the Queen of Wands in this reading eventually. So it is a growth process. It's part of honouring your truth. And like this says, having compassion for yourself and your needs, regardless of what anyone else needs or wants from you, or what they may think, to just be authentic to you, and make these choices that are in alignment with the life you wish to create in your world. So in the challenge area, we have got the Ten of Swords, and it sort of does wave goodbye to this card as well. So there could be so much promise. Maybe you're leaving behind really big financial investments, or maybe these financial investments are tied up in a relationship, as they often are. But anyway, maybe it's a career path too. It could be so many things. I don't want I think it's relationship, but like I said, I don't want to interpret, what do I want to say? Yeah, I just want to leave it open. So, Ten of Swords is in the challenge area to, like we've got Death reversed, is to release. The challenge is releasing. We've got the Moon, the Empress, and the Page. Yes, the Page of Pentacles. So, let me hold these up. So, these are in the challenge. So, the challenge might be actually believing that you, this will be a little different for everyone, but some of you out there, the challenge is to believe that you actually do deserve nourishing, healthy, beautiful love and connections that are gentle and you're deserving of so much more than what you're allowing, I want to say, or what you have allowed in the recent past. And that, what comes with that is not this indignant victim mentality that says, well, I deserve it, I should have it. It's more of, well, I'm just going to not accept anything less and create it for myself. Like really taking the control seat here, taking the power of your choice. You are your own authority here. And the challenge is the Empress. And I'm just like, as I'm saying the authority, I'm looking down at this Emperor in what will help with the challenge, right? You're going to have to be assertive and strong. It's going to be hard work, this choice, to actually commit to this and make these changes. I'm really seeing that it's going to be a bit of effort, and it's going to take a lot of your willpower and strength to persevere and really stick to it and believe in yourself and believe that you are worthy of love, gentleness, compassion, kindness, understanding, all of these wonderful qualities that I hope we could all treat each other with. But that's not always the case, and that's okay too. But, you know, it's all part of the journey. What do I want to say? So yeah, I feel like the challenge here is to leave behind the fears and the illusions and all of this stuff that's caught up in this situation. I feel like there's something here that's that was a bit dishonest or elusive, and I think I'm probably both parts here. Like it actually feels a little bit energetically entwined and kind of messy. So that I just feel like for some people it might be hard to dig yourself out of this, but you can do it, and you do deserve to do that. And I think that the hardest bit is leaving it behind and trusting in your own intuition and how you feel about things, and to stand up then. Like I feel like for some of you need to protect yourself here and understand that you can actually have the beautiful, prosperous life if you so choose to stand up for yourself and no longer allow distractions and unhealthy connections. We've got the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Devil reversed. I think the Devil came out upright. I'm not even sure. He sort of just flew on the table. That happens, as we know, but so to have the Empress in the challenge, to receive love, to feel, to believe you're worthy of loving connection, and that you don't actually have to tolerate toxicity and drama and pain and crap. You don't have to say yes to that anymore, or there's something here that you're coming to see something for what it is, and it's, as much as you know you deserve it, I'm sure a lot of you out there do, to follow through with the action of that, to be assertive and protective of your energy and of your life and where you spend your energy and your attention and who you allow into your world and all of that, that takes another whole level of strength again, to actually stand up for yourself, to actually do the work. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is certainly here to remind you that I think it's time to really cut some things out and no longer juggle your energy or be unfocused. It's really time to what I'm getting is that you may not be ready for this, but it's time to act over that and override yourself here and step up and be your own parent or something like this, where you know the small child may be fearful and not ready, but you're going to have to, like, come on, you can do it, and really hold their hand through every step of the way, but persevere and commit. Like, I want to give you this pushing boost But you're going to have to do that yourself, is what I'm getting from this. And you can, and you will. And it's just, yeah, Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom of the deck. So this Wheel of Fortune can be so many things. It is karmic cycles. So maybe it's about cycles that are repeating. And you've been around this wheel enough times to know now, I'm pretty sure. But this Wheel of Fortune, it's up to you what it's going to mean. The underlying energy in the week ahead, the choices you make in this week ahead to either to commit to your growth and your path and what's, step up onto a higher path for yourself, or to keep repeating and going back to things that are toxic and unhealthy. It's your choice which way this wheel will turn, is what I'm getting. It's the underlying energy there. So further advice on what will happen. We've got the Five of Pentacles looking over at this Knight of Cups. So we've also got the Five of Swords on the other side. This person might be a person that you've been dealing with that has been maybe all full of talk or promise or a lot of potential and dreams, and this person is charismatic and friendly and a lot of fun, and they often wear their heart on their sleeve. They can be romantic, and this could be a love interest, an ex, or could be a friendship, could be a dream of yours. But I feel like this. Okay, let's get the next card. Hang on. The Queen of Wands. This is where you're up to the graduation, right? This is advice, so it's up to you if you take it or not. But they're saying to leave this connection in the cold, or this person. I feel like this is a person. You'll know. And you may be tempted to go back, but this is that's that energy I was talking about before, where you can stop yourself. The you that knows better and does by now. The judgment is here. Although it is hard to accept that, and it is sad with the Five of Cups, the Death reversed, you do know your truth. It's just a matter of committing to the release of this and truly stopping yourself from becoming burned again. It's a great Queen of Wands depiction. So I think you are your own friend in this. Actually get the kind of feeling that you may isolate yourself sometimes, and that a lot of people maybe they're aware that you're going through something, or a little bit. You keep a lot of it to yourself, I do feel. If you are comfortable talking with friends, I highly recommend it. But obviously then pick your audience. It can be really tricky to share some of our deeper stuff and have a sounding board where it's actually, we're not judged or having it held against us, but just heard and held, and that can be hard to find. And I feel like, some people in this group might find that hard to find. And so you've got to be that for yourself. But if you've got a friend who's giving you some hard advice that you're like, maybe you don't want to hear it, or it's uncomfortable to hear, or maybe they sound a little bit harsh, I think that they just want to protect you, and that they mean well, and that it probably is a good idea to listen. That's what I'm getting. But that may not be for everyone. Some people out there might be getting some shocking advice from people that love them. But if there's somebody who just wants to protect you, and maybe there's, I don't know, it feels a bit specific, so not for everyone, but I think that friend has got your back. And if that friend is not external, then I think it's that voice inside you that knows better. Anyway, Five of Pentacles looking over it. So this means that although this person may be charming and fun, and there's so much that's good, the advice is to leave that in the cold. You may feel isolated and alone, and that lonely, and you may very much feel the absence of their light or their energy. You may feel the absence of that, and that may be hard, and that there may be a feeling of lack of closure. And the Five of Wands is an empty victory. It's a hollow victory. It's a battle that no one really won, but everyone had to walk away from, and the battle was had. The Queen of Wands is, I think, stepping up into your power and knowing better, because the Page of Wands has seen this all before, I'm thinking here. And the Lover's card is in alignment with the Queen of Wands. So, in the future energies, I love this. I saw the Six of Cups in the shuffle. It didn't come out, but I did see it. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Magician. This is your choice. This is the outcome energy. If you take this advice, this will be the outcome. And this is about generosity and charity and benevolence. So I feel like this is about not accepting things and offers and connections that are not equal in give and take, where you feel like you're giving too much, or that it's bringing you down, that it's not generous on both parts. There's no consideration. I feel like someone in this situation has just had absolutely zero consideration for the other person's needs or basic demon. Wow. Whew, that's something. Basic human decency, I want to say, or you know, that sort of thing, like just common respect for a fellow person. Like I feel like someone's really stepped over some boundaries here. And yeah, when I say demon, I don't want to alarm anybody, but there may be some attachment issues there or entities in play with a specific person, who knows. The devil card is on the table. But I don't want to get into that too much. You know, it sometimes can be a little bit fear-mongering when we focus on demons and entities and attachments. All we need to know about those sorts of things is keep yourself clean and healthy and clear. That's about all you need to worry about with that sort of thing. But if you are up against those within yourself and you feel them, and that's another issue, not everyone will resonate with this stuff or connect to it at all, but there's a lot of wonderful people out there that can help with that, like kinesiologists and healers of all kinds. I'm back, just a little knock on the door. So where was I? Yeah, removing entities and the professionals that can help with that. But I think a lot of that stuff is also your own groundwork in what you're choosing to put into your body or allow in your home space and things like that as well. But I think we've gone off on a tangent now, so let's go back to the reading. If that resonated with you, then you'll know what to, you'll know that was encouragement to tend to those issues with power and believing in yourself, not fear or anything. That's all I wanted to say. Because the word demon doesn't often pop out of my mouth accidentally, so you've got to pay attention when it does. But the magician is here to say that you've got the resources and the power to choose connections that are compassionate and benevolent and kind, and you can choose to be of that energy yourself and not overgive or not, learn your own healthy boundaries when it comes to connection and respecting yourself. And the magician, to end this with these beautiful cards to complete this reading after it felt so heavy at the start, you can move through this. It's going to take some time maybe for some people here to just continue choosing, or to continue to not choose, I think. Continue not choosing that, whatever that is. And remembering your power here. So it's in the small choices of picking yourself back up for some people in this section. Like in the challenge, we have got the Empress, so the challenge might be to nurturing yourself and making healthy choices and sticking to it because you believe you deserve that, rather than coming at it from a lack of acceptance and harsh judgment on self. Like, oh, I need to stop eating this because it's making me really look horrible, or whatever it is you want to, nasty, those sorts of thoughts. I think it's in the way we shift our perception around change and growth and the reasons for it is where the, the results come in. And so rather than looking at it just lack or changing because I don't accept that sort of stuff, rather than just shifting it into, well, I'm choosing this healthy option because I deserve to feel good and I love me. And even if you don't fully believe that at the start, you will eventually, if you keep acting on those things, you're eventually physically showing yourself that. And you're going to have to prove it to yourself sometimes, especially if there's been a long period of not choosing yourself first or not choosing well for yourself. You might have to make it up to yourself here as well, group 3, which is a beautiful thing. It only gets better from here. It does feel like a bit of a heavier one this week, but it ends in so much lightness and remembering your power and just leaving whatever that is behind. So let's just move on into. It's interesting, I got a knock at the door, and again, I was talking before about distractions, and I had that last week with group 3 as well, although I don't remember what was said. I never do. So there may be a lot of things that distract you and want to pull your attention away, but I think the Two of Pentacles reversed in the Emperor is here to say you really need to have that power over those distractions and just stay focused on what's in front of you and what you want to achieve, and not giving your energy and attention to toxicity, negativity, drama, addictions, things that just make you feel powerless when you've actually got all the power in the world. Queen of Wands, Magician, all of it. All right, the Oracle cards. We've got, you miss the beauty when you're stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes, but let it all go. I think that also speaks to this period of time and just letting it be what it is. Letting it be a little messy, let it be a little uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. One of my favourite mantras there is change is uncomfortable, I accept uncomfortable. You can't get much more honest than that with yourself. It's great to have a goal and go to achieve it, but we've also got to acknowledge this is going to be hard. But at the same time, I accept that discomfort. You know, I accept that, move into it. Be okay with that moment of unknowing, or that, you know, you're shedding energies that no longer match your frequency. You're stepping into your highest divine life path. With greater awareness, you will find the answers you're looking for. I want to say this comes from the small choices of nurturing yourself will give you greater awareness. It's something I think you just have to physically do to prove to yourself and show up, and you will see. Everything changes when you show up consistently. Yeah. Give yourself some credit for how far you've come. There's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. And new chapters require a new version of you. You can. Yeah. See this person is making choices. Perhaps, you know, they know better to let this lizard crawl on them. One's bitten them and they're still crawling all over them. And this one, the imagery is a little different. The legs are folded in a yoga sutra position, and they're calm and centered and knowing of their power. And that's the new you that's showing up in your own life, showing up for yourself. The bottom deck energy, I already did say that. Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. Must need to repeat that one. Home needs TLC. Give your home some attention. Redecorate, clean, or sage. Always feels good in a release. And like I said, maybe you need something to keep yourself busy and distracted. And that's a wonderful one. A wonderful one. Starting going through the cupboards, donating what you don't need or use. Just clearing out that space. Just keep yourself busy. It does so much for you. It's so therapeutic. Practice gratitude. Take the time to acknowledge what you're grateful for. Although it all may be a little bit challenging, or there may be so much grief and loss and fear, I think it's very important to not only acknowledge that, but also acknowledge the blessings and your capabilities and all that is around you that can help you stay grounded, even in the mundane and small things, especially in the mundane and small things. Practicing gratitude. I know there's this little, I don't know why it's coming to my head, I'm sure we've all seen it before, but that little script that goes out, you know, about dirty dishes means, you know, having food on the table, and you know, messy floors means little feet running, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, instead of looking at it like, and realizing the blessing that is there and in all of that, in all the small stuff around. Cut your screen time, put the phone down, turn off the TV and computer, and get active. Take yourself for a nice walk every day. Get more done. Identify and eliminate the distractions that aren't adding value to your day. I've had that twice here now about eliminating distractions. Maybe writing it down. Oh, hang on, look, the Emperor's literally next to that card. The Emperor is writing down. And that was when I first pulled this card, I was thinking to mention that. Start writing down your goals, your dreams, your plans. Start writing, I think, for a lot of you. If there's a few things that are even the mundane chores around the house, write that list. See if that changes the way you do that day, you know, whatever. If you just give it a go. I think writing a to-do list, you might actually be something really therapeutic there, and then ticking it off, and kind of got another image much the same. But this is about your health, a health checkup, and schedule your annual health checkup. That doesn't have to be with a medical doctor. It can also be with a therapist of any kind. However it is you want to care for your health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, whatever it is. Tend to your body, tend to the physical, tend to yourself. So what do we have here? I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Appreciation dissolves all the blocks to the presence of my super power, attractor power. Again, another card of gratitude and not focusing on the lack, but where it is that you can effectively create great change, even if you are afraid. And then we have fallen star, shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. You want to go to the book for this one. Break free. Stop beating yourself up. You have the gift of free will. Use it to finally let yourself off the hook. Know that everyone has done things they're not proud of. You are stronger, wiser, and enlightened because of the soul growth you have experienced. This is what I just said. It's time to let go and move forward. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. This is about, feelings. I think this is also for a lot of you about truly standing up for your truth and just saying no more to a certain situation as well. So no longer hiding your face, no longer hiding your truth, but just not unapologetically taking up space. Yeah. All right, group 3, I'm going to leave it there. It felt like a pretty intense one this week. I hope that gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.